So as we've already talked about a little bit, there are three core ways that we can get traffic, just three ways. And then all the tactics and strategies fall under one of those three ways. We can buy traffic. So that's where we run AdWords ads or Facebook marketing or banners or sponsorships, just anywhere we would actually buy traffic. And then we can create traffic. That's where we get the search engine ranked traffic, like from Google. That's from content marketing, creating content, getting it to rank, getting it to send us an ongoing flow of traffic, which we're going to get to, of course, in this course. We start talking about creating a content factory and just pumping out tons of content, even having other people do it for us, as well as curating other people's content that we can get ranked and generate traffic on a day-to-day basis. That's really where we're going to step things up and get things growing every month, hopefully, for our traffic for you. But the other way is borrowing traffic. This is how you leverage other people's traffic, the traffic they've already bought or are buying, and the traffic they're creating and getting every day from the search engines. If you didn't do any buying, and if you didn't create any content at all, you could potentially build a multi-million-dollar business in many different markets just by borrowing other people's traffic with what we're going to cover in this module. So it's one of the most overlooked but best sources of new traffic for any business, because affiliate programs and joint ventures and product launches and webinars, webinar campaigns, it all comes down to one thing. It's no risk and no capital outlay for your business. You're not paying for it. You're not even creating content. You're not doing any work at all. You're leveraging other people's traffic. And the best thing about how it works, and it's a normal deal that can be made online and it's done every day, is that someone else sends you traffic first. And if that produces sales, you share some of the money with them. But if they send you traffic and no sales come, you don't have to give anything up. So if someone brings you a $10 bill, and in return, you just have to give them a $5 bill back, well, you would do that all day long and as many times as you could. So that's the essence of borrowing traffic. So in this module, we're going to talk about several different ways that we can borrow other people's traffic. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, maybe, if you've had any experience at all with online marketing, oh, you know what running an affiliate program is about, or maybe you know the basics of product launches or joint ventures or some webinar stuff. But pay attention, because I'm going to talk about some little nuggets of gold that relate to doing all these kinds of deals, that if you pay attention to all of them, and this is little things that I've picked up and from my own experience over 20 plus years online, and I have literally, and this isn't just some, kind of glossed over statement, but I've generated tens of millions of dollars, if not hundreds of millions of dollars from my own business as well as client businesses by doing the process of borrowing other people's traffic. So there's so much money that can be created in your business if you partner up and borrow traffic with different strategies from those in your market that already have the traffic. So this is a very important strategy. I call this module Your Affiliate Army, but it goes beyond just normal affiliate marketing, affiliate programs, into other types of joint ventures, other types of deals where you get people to send you traffic, and we're going to talk about that. But I want you to make a note. I want you to pay close attention to this module and start thinking of different ways that you can borrow traffic in your market. Start, outlining those competitors. And so it's not just direct competitors that may sell the exact same thing to your market that you sell. It could be people that sell other products to the same people in your market. So they're competing in the same market, but they're not competing directly with you with the same product. And because they kind of complement your business and you complement theirs, you can do deals together. But in many markets, you can do deals with direct competitors that have a slightly different product than yours. So if you do a real estate investment course, there's no reason why someone else that sells another real estate investment course that's slightly different, maybe they deal with foreclosures, maybe you deal with house flipping, and you can promote each other's products and do business together. But there is a ton of business to be done online borrowing other people's traffic that you don't have to pay for up front, and you don't have to do any work to get ranked in Google and all the other good stuff to get that organic traffic. So pay close attention. When I talk about these little lessons, I want you to take notes, and I want you to start thinking about ways you can apply this to your business and maybe different sites in your market that you can approach and do deals with, because it's very, very valuable. So let's talk about some decisions that you need to make if you're going to run an affiliate program or do joint ventures, do any kind of deals. Because many of those different types of deals all use the same kinds of software, which we'll talk about. You can do it with shopping carts and different things. But you're going to have some rules that you'll have to make decisions on what those rules will be to kind of run and manage these kind of deals of borrowing other people's traffic. So the first thing is you're going to have to decide what commission rate that you'll pay. Now, what's standard is 50% across the internet, but that's typically for high margin products like software, information, even coaching, things like that. If you sell a product with a smaller margin, if it's a physically shipped product, it may only have a product margin of 30% itself. You may sell something for $100, that costs you $70 to make or to get from a supplier. So there's only $30 worth of profit to work with. So you certainly can offer 50%. You'd be paying $50, which is more than what you get left over when you make a sale. So you'd have to figure out what a good commission rate would be. But the more you can pay, the more activity you're going to get from partners. And I'll talk about that when I talk about tips for recruiting and how to get people on board to do these deals with you. But figure out what commission rate you'll pay. If you have a high margin product, like a digital product or something, you can pay 50%. That's what you want to pay. Sometimes people pay more than 50% because they make money from the back end, so they don't mind giving up more up front. In the email marketing section, I showed you Eben Pagan, the Double Your Dating guy. He had a program for a while, I think, where he had a front-end ebook that was $29 or $39. And at one point, I believe he was giving away 100% commission on that ebook because he made all his money on the back end selling his other courses. So something for you to think about. The next thing is, how often will you pay? Most people pay once a month, but if your business will, can allow for it and you can pay weekly, the more you can pay. So here's what partners want, right? They want to make money, period. They want to make as much money as they can, so that can come in with the commission rate as well as the conversions, how well something converts. Because even if it's a high commission rate, but they send you 10,000 visitors and they make one sale of $500, it doesn't do them any good. So it's how much commission they get per sale, how well the offer converts, so how what the conversion rate would be, but then how often they can get paid. If they have to wait a month or two to get paid, forget it. They're not interested. But if you can pay them, more often, they're more often to send you more traffic regularly, and of course their activity will pick up. Well, you have a two-tier program. If you don't know what this is, it's affiliate program software can set up as a two-tier where if you have an affiliate that's sending you traffic, if they have someone that clicks their link and then becomes an affiliate, or if the first affiliate actually goes out and recruits someone else and tells them about your affiliate program, then you pay a commission on all the sales that the referred affiliate makes. Typically, two-tier programs pay about 10%. So if the first level is like a 50% commission, they'd pay that person 10% on any sales that any referred affiliate makes. I personally am not a fan of two-tier programs. I'll tell you why. And I've been involved in this game for a long time, and I've done two-tier programs. Typically, what will happen is you're not going to get many affiliates that are going to refer other affiliates anyways. So it's kind of a waste. And you can do one-off deals with people where you can say, if someone comes to you and says, hey, if I bring you affiliates in this market that are looking for offers like yours, do you pay a second tier, or will you pay a bounty, or will you pay me a cut of those sales? Well, then you can do it. You can negotiate that on an ongoing, on a basis with one person at a time that asks for it. But to have an automated two-tier where if anyone happens to click a link, learn about your affiliate program, and then signs up, they automatically start getting a cut of those new sales, don't do it because it's not really worth it. One, you don't have to give up those commissions in order to get the activity from the affiliate, so it eats into your profits. And two, most affiliates aren't going to refer anyone that makes sales, so it's just not worth it. I wouldn't mess with it because you'll make more profit by not having it. You need to decide if it's first cookie or last cookie. So when someone clicks an affiliate link, it cookies their browser. So if that user comes back and buys, the system knows who to give credit for it. But there are two ways to set up an affiliate program. You can set it up so the first affiliate that gets someone to click a link and go to your site, they're going to get the commission, even if that customer were to click on a different affiliate link and come back later. The first person that ever sent them to your site would get the commission because their browser was cookied first by the original affiliate. Or you can do it the other way around, where if Bob promotes your affiliate link to your site and Sally clicks on it and comes to your site and then doesn't buy and leaves, and then she clicks on Tim's affiliate link and comes back to the site and then buys, with last cookie, Tim would get the commission. The last person to send them to your site gets the commission, not the first person. The majority of programs, and what I recommend, is last cookie. That's kind of the standard online for most types of programs. There are some first cookie programs. The problem with that is, though, you run into fraud where people do like hidden iframes with a load an invisible iframe or pop under to thousands and thousands of people, so they're cooking their browsers. So if they ever end up on your site and buy, they would get the commission. It's very underhanded and not ethical, but people do it. So most programs, because of this, are on last cookie, and I recommend you use last cookie. Will you pay lifetime commission or just per product? So there are some lifetime commission programs. They're more rare, where if an affiliate sends you a customer, that customer is tagged in a database, and if you ever sell anything, at least anything that's part of your affiliate program, to that customer, that affiliate will still get a commission. So if you have product A, let's stick with our kind of real estate investing example I've been using. So let's say you sell a course on flipping houses, and it's a $1,000 course, and you pay a 50% commission because it's an online product that's all profit. So they can make $500 for every person they refer to you with your affiliate program. So let's say someone clicks over, they buy the product, your affiliate got $500 because they bought the product, and we'll call this customer Bob. So Bob is now in the system. He bought this course from you, and Tim was the affiliate. He got the $500. If Bob ever buys another product down the road, let's say you come out with a new product on how to make money with foreclosures, or some other way to make money in real estate, or something else your business is selling. Let's say it's another $1,000 product. Then Tim would earn $500 commission again, or whatever the commissionable rate is that you put in your system for that new product. So that would be a lifetime commission. For the life of the customer that was referred, the original referring affiliate would keep getting paid if that customer keeps buying stuff. Or the other way to do it is, it's just on like a per product type basis. So if someone sends you a customer, they buy, let's say, that house flipping course. If that customer then buys the foreclosure course or anything else from your business, the affiliate doesn't get commissions on those other buys on the back end, or on upsells or things like that, unless you say they will. They would just get it on the first product. So what do I recommend? Believe it or not, I recommend the per product setup. It's a lot like the two-tier issue. What you'll find is, even though you'd think with a lifetime commission program, affiliates would be really active and they would just keep sending you traffic and keep sending you customers, so it's worth it for you to keep rewarding them and keep paying commissions on anything people buy because they're an ongoing partner. The problem is people become very fickle online marketers, and they may promote you once or twice and then never promote you again, or never put much effort into promoting you again. They may put a link in a blog post or something that on occasion will bring you sales. But because they don't keep pushing you hard, it's not really worth it to your business to keep paying commissions on everything a customer buys. There are pros and cons to doing it, but typically there's no reason for it. It's just like the two-tier program. People aren't going to actively bring you many affiliates that will make sales, so why keep paying a percentage of those sales, even accidentally, because it would all be set up automatically. So I'm not a big fan of the lifetime commission type of a setup because, again, affiliates, if they're not going to keep promoting, why should they keep getting paid down the road in the future? It's just not kind of fair to your business. Now, if you were going to put in quotas and if they kept making new sales every month, well, then by all means, maybe you work something out where you pay them on other products they buy. But typically, most affiliate programs work on just that per product basis, or if you have 3 products that are already in your affiliate program, and if the customer buys any of those in any order, then they can get paid commissions. But to keep paying lifetime is just, I think it's not good. It doesn't make good business sense if you're not going to have an affiliate that keeps sending you regular traffic. Because the beauty of borrowing traffic is you can make a sale, you can pay that commission, and then you own the customer. You can then do an internal product launch for a new product, and you get to keep all the money. You don't have to pay out commissions again. You don't have to do a product launch again. Your business gets all the money. The other powerful thing about doing these types of traffic borrowing deals and brokering traffic is the fact that there's breakage. Now, what do we mean by breakage is you'll get, let's say if your website has an affiliate program and you're not doing any traffic generation at all the traffic comes from your affiliates. It's all being sent from partners. Well, what you'll find is that a percentage of that traffic, maybe 10 to 20%, sometimes it can be more or less, you'll find that of the 10 or 20% of traffic that ends up buying, there's no affiliate that had a cookie or that gets credit. Now, this is because people may see affiliate ads and they may not click a link, but they see your ad and branding and they look you up later. So if they look you up on their own, they never clicked an affiliate link. Or they may click an affiliate link on their work computer, learn all about your stuff, want to buy that real estate investing course, they go home on a different computer, they type in your URL or they look for it because they remembered it, and then they buy. Well, that browser at home isn't cookied, so no one gets credit. That's just a part of the process. It sounds like it's unfair to the affiliates. And sometimes if affiliates incentivize, which is a method that they do to get people to buy through their link, where they offer bonuses or cash back if you allow that, and we'll talk about that in a second. But then in that case, when someone buys, they want to get the bonus from the referring affiliate. So they will tell the referring affiliate. The referring affiliate will ask them, hey, email me your receipt after you buy so I can send you my extra bonuses that you'll get for buying through my link. Well, in that case, many of these breakage types of buyers that where the cookie didn't work, or they used a different computer, or they used their phone, or they used a tablet, or they weren't clicking a link, but they were coming back to the site to buy, well, then they get credit that way. But no matter how perfect that system is, or how many bonuses are given or not, there's going to be breakage. So the interesting thing about running an affiliate program or doing these deals where you're giving away 50% commission, which is a lot, and sometimes you can get people give away 60 or 75% or more, there's going to be breakage. So you're actually not going to pay out half of all your sales. There will be some breakage, and you just benefit as the business. You get 100% of that sale because it can't be tracked. There's no way for you to even know where it came from. If you did know where it came from, then you certainly could give credit to that affiliate, and that would be the fair thing to do. But I'm not saying you're taking advantage of your affiliates, but it's just par for the course, as they say. It's just how the business works that you're going to have some breakage. But anyways, as far as lifetime commission versus per product, I recommend per product. Now, open program or closed program. What I mean by this is an open program, if you use a shopping cart, and we'll talk about this in the next lesson about services and tools that you can use to run an affiliate program or run these kind of deals, whether it's for webinar campaigns, whether it's for product launches. You can set it up where you could have a link on the bottom of your website that says affiliate program. Someone clicks that link, they go to a page that tells all about their affiliate program and why your affiliate program and why they should become affiliate, how they can make money sending you traffic. And then there can be a link where they sign up, and it can be set up where it's an open program where it'll automatically create them an account, give them their link, and they can immediately at 3 o'clock in the morning go start promoting your product and sending you sales and earn commissions without you doing anything. A closed program is where you would have to approve everyone. So there's actually, there's open, there's closed. Closed almost refers to like invite only. It's closed program where only people you have existing relationships or whatever else. So really the other one is more kind of kind of a managed program or moderated program where you're moderating the signups, where you have to go in and by hand vet them, look at their websites, approve them by hand, even ask them some questions how they're going to promote your products before you approve them. Here's the danger of an open program and why I say don't do it. If you use an open program where it's automatic, where people can set up an affiliate account and they can be off to the races promoting sales, it's very likely you'll get hit with fraud. My own companies and even clients I've worked with, we've been hit for hundreds of thousands of dollars in fraud from jackasses that sign up during an open program. There a lot of times, and I don't mean to pick on people from different parts of the world, but it always seems to be people from like Malaysia and other Asian countries where pirating is big. But they'll sign up and they'll then create a bunch of Gmail accounts with proxy servers, and then they'll put in a bunch of stolen credit cards. So they place a bunch of false orders that actually go through and charge innocent people's cards. They earn the commissions, and then you'll end up paying out their commissions even a month later before these poor unsuspecting people see the charge on their credit card, and then of course try to do chargebacks against your company, which can hurt your merchant account. Or they call you and say, why do you charge my card? And you're saying, because you ordered from my site, and then you realize it's fraud. So I wouldn't do an open program. I would do the moderated thing where you're really handpicking and vetting each affiliate. Make them give you their website URL. Go to their site. Make sure it's legit. Make sure they're like a real company before you let them be an affiliate. And then can partners offer incentives? So back in the day when people would do product launches, especially in the internet marketing market, which you may have been exposed to, people would promote a product for a course for $1,000 that they were earning a $500 commission on, and they would say, I'll give you a $200 cashback rebate if you buy from my link. So they didn't mind giving up $200 because they were still making $300 off that $500 commission. Well, then you realize it creates all kinds of problems, all kinds of liability. And so most programs don't allow cash incentives. I don't in any of my businesses because it only creates products and it devalues what you sell in the marketplace. If people are giving back cash and giving back discounts, if you ever do discounts, you want to be the only one giving discounts as the business owner. You don't want your affiliates doing it. But sometimes you can allow them to give products like I allow our affiliates to give products if they have their own products, such as it's either if it's a physical product, it's actually something they create themselves and manufacture, or it's like a digital product, like a piece of software or recordings of a course they taught or admission to a live class or webinar teaching or, that's paid for, paid webinar, something like that. I'll allow our affiliates to offer those as bonuses in any of the markets I've been involved with or even consult with. So it's not just marketing related stuff. This could be like dog training. It could be real estate. It could be whatever. But I suggest you don't allow your partners to offer products of value. It's like such as iPods and iPads and iPhones. Those were popular incentives as well because that's just like cash. So it devalues your product. You can get hit with fraud. Someone will just hit your affiliate with fraud just to get the iPad. Then they used a stolen credit card and they made off with the iPad that they can now sell for $500. So I wouldn't do that. But anyways, these are some decisions you'll need to make in managing your own affiliate program or affiliate deals. So let's talk about some tips for maximum success that will help you be hopefully, as successful as possible with borrowing traffic from other people. So the first thing is pay as fast as possible. I already covered this a little bit. The faster you can pay someone, the more likely they are to send you more sales and do more business with you and give you more of their traffic. So a lot of deals you can do when you approach people, and we'll talk about this when I give you some tips for recruiting partners, what I call power recruiting. Sometimes you want to make a deal, even if it's just a one-time deal. You'll say, hey, if you send me traffic today, I'll give you 50% of the commissions immediately. I'll PayPal it right to your account within an hour of after you just generate sales, and then pay the other 50% after we go through the process in a month and see what the refunds are and all that good stuff. Or some people pay all the commissions up front, knowing the refund rates are low, and just trying to get that affiliate to send even more sales and traffic to make more money. But pay as fast as possible, and you'll be more successful. Make things simple and do it for them. If you're recruiting somebody and you're trying to get them on board with you, set up their account for them, create their link for them, create their login for them, do everything for them, and just say, here's all you have to do. Send that link to your list. You'll send traffic and hopefully make a bunch of sales. That's it. So if you do everything for them, you'll have more success. You got to follow up. If someone agrees to promote you, you have to here's what you have to understand about people and doing deals. They have other people hitting them up all the time to do deals. They're busy running their own business. They're busy buying traffic, managing traffic, doing content marketing, social media. They're running their business, dealing with employees, outsourcers. They're busy. And then they've got their own lives, maybe with their family and their kids. And so they're busy just like you are. So sometimes you have to keep following up, call them on the phone, send them an email, and just say, hey, I just want to make sure that, you got your links and that, just checking to see when you're going to send it out. But you got to keep following up. You can't just do it one time and expect them to just start promoting the heck out of you. Sometimes somebody will, but typically people are busy, so you may have to follow up multiple times. Give partners a chance to schedule in advance. This is definitely true for product launches. If you're going to do like any kind of product launch with a lot of partners and you hope to do a big product launch in your market, you want to plan it at least a couple months in advance if you can, just to give people a chance to put it on their schedule. They know that they're going to be mailing their list multiple times just for your launch, probably during that period. And so they need time to schedule it because they're involved with other promotions. Use a reason why for promotions. Make it a certain, kind of event. Like let's say the real estate investing example, you're doing a new class on money from foreclosures and it starts on this date, whether it's July 5th and it's going to end on this date, but you're going to start teaching the class July 5th. So you're doing the product launch right before it. And then that's it. So it's a reason why. It's not just like, hey, I got this course that I sell every day, all the time. I'm going to do a product launch for it. There's no urgency there. There's no, it's got to be like fear of missing out. Partners have to be like, oh, well, if I'll promote your thing later and make money with it probably later. You don't want to give them a chance to say later. You want to say, hey, I'm doing a launch. This is it. Get on board now or you're going to miss out on these commissions. And use scarcity for promotions. Basically what I just said. It's only a certain time frame, so they either get on board or they miss out. It's legitimate scarcity. Run contests with prizes and appeal to egos. So during any kind of product launch or when you're getting a lot of people on board to promote you and you're going to borrow their traffic, run contests. Make your people in your market compete against each other. You've probably seen this in different markets. People do like a leaderboard. They'll show who's in first place, second place, third place for having sent the most leads or even sales during a launch. And they'll give prizes. $1,000 for first place, $500 for second. And these prizes are in addition to normal commissions. Give away Apple Watches and iMacs and whatever. It's not so much about the prize and what it's worth, although sometimes cash prizes, I've seen $100,000 to first place in the internet marketing market where a launch was expected to do millions and they could afford to pay that. So sometimes the prizes are definitely what it's all about. But a lot of times it's ego. These marketers in any market, whether it's real estate, dog training, gardening, jiu-jitsu, it doesn't matter the market. When there are competitors promoting the same product launch, they want to kind of one-up each other on the rankings of who's doing the best and who's sending the most sales. So you can appeal to egos, and it can really help you get more success in your market with these kinds of promotions. Now let's talk about what I call some power recruiting secrets. It's not an easy thing. I don't want to discourage you, but it's not just so easy where you just fire an email and then someone's all of a sudden going to start sending you a bunch of traffic. So you got to recruit people to get them involved. But let me give you some secrets to it. The most powerful thing you can do to get someone to promote you is to actually send them traffic and sales first, if you can. So if you find an affiliate program or an offer or someone's doing a webinar campaign or anything else, and you can send them traffic, you can say, hey, you're in my market. I think I could sell, for you. Or if they have an automated open program, you just join, you start sending them traffic. They can't ignore you if you start sending them business. If you send them a few grand worth of sales, then you follow up and you say, hey, how's it going? I recently promoted your thing. It converted very well. It was great. I did like 5,000 in sales. And, and you could say, I look forward to promoting you more in my business. You say, by the way, I sell a complimentary product that I think would sell very well to your group of customers because I'm offering your thing and selling it well to mine, and I think yours would do very well to the same group of people. And then you can tell them, here's what it pays, how much it pays. If you want to do a quick promotion, I'll send you half your commissions immediately via PayPal, and I look forward to doing a lot of business with you. I think you can make some easy money just by sending one email to your list and just mentioning my product. So you can get your foot in the door easier if you send them sales first. Not always required, but if you can do it, it's a great way to get people's attention. Like I said before, make it easy for them. Set them up with everything and send it to them. Create their accounts, set their links, do everything for you when you go to recruit. Say, hey, I think you got a great audience. I've seen your blog. And by the way, mention something specific about their business. And you can have a virtual assistant, by the way, or an outsourced person recruiting for you. But go to their website and really look and see what it is they write about, look and see what their products are. So when you contact them, it doesn't look like just a blanket copy and paste, offer. Say, hey, I've seen your site, supergeniusdogtraining.com. And, I really like seeing all the articles that you teach and the unorthodox way you teach to train dogs. Listen, I'm in the same market. I create this special dog collar that helps dogs, walk on their leash. You get the picture, whatever the example is. But if you mention something specific about their business, you'll make inroads with people much better than if you just send them an unsolicited thing that's just vague and it's obvious copy and paste. So one of the powerful ways to recruit people is to use social proof from your other partners. So if you have another partner in the same market, especially if they're well known, you can go to recruit new people saying, hey, I thought you'd want an opportunity to make some extra money with your business by promoting this great offer that we have for our own affiliate program or, JV deal, whatever it is. Bob Jones, who you probably know of, he does, Foreclosure Academy. He recently, promoted us and did very, very well. So just doing that, you're not giving away any kind of confidential thing because when Bob Jones actually promoted you, it was public. So Bob Jones can't get mad at you for doing that. Now, the next thing is like social proof with your partner's results. If you have a partner that does really well, like if this Bob Jones example, if he were to make $20,000 from sending 3 emails to his list, you'll want to ask him permission if you can mention those results only, not publicly, but just to future partners you're talking with. Like, you're not going to post it on your website or anything, but you ask permission if you can use it, when trying to get other partners on board. And usually most people say, I don't care. Well, then you can say, hey, Bob Jones recently promoted our offer. He sent 3 emails and made 20 grand. Maybe you'd be interested in making some money. So if they hear that and get to hear the results, they're really likely to get on board. You can offer a higher initial commission sometimes to get someone's attention. Like if someone's got a lot of traffic and they could sell a ton of your product, you see them maybe promoting your competitors' affiliate programs and launches, and you've seen them on the leaderboard emails maybe if you promote other people's stuff in your market. They can generate a lot of sales. You can approach them and say, hey, I really would love to build a working relationship with you, and I'd love it if you could promote our products that I believe would do well to your customers and that they would sell well. I'd be willing to give you 100% commission on the first campaign that you promote our products. So this does a couple things. Most people are not going to turn down 100% commission, one. So it opens the door for you to do campaigns after the initial one, obviously for less money, like for a 50% commission where they don't get it 100%. But even if you paid 100%, you're still getting that customer on your customer list, and you can sell them other things and make all the money. So it's not such a bad deal sometimes giving away all the commission, but that's one way to really get someone's attention. Another thing I mentioned before is you offer to pay them immediately. It's a tip for success. I'll send you 50% or 70% of the commissions within an hour of when you make them. What affiliate isn't going to want to get paid right away? It's powerful. Last but not least, discuss possibilities about reciprocity. You're recruiting someone, trying to get them to promote your products. Talk to them, say, I'd love to build an ongoing relationship where we put up permanent links on our site, where we're regularly, hopefully, sending you ongoing sales for your products. That's a great way to get people on board and a great way to do ongoing business where you're generating more revenue by promoting them. They make more revenue by promoting you. Let's talk real quick about product launches. Now, obviously, the concept of product launches and the detailed strategies in doing a product launch goes way beyond the scope of this course because there's a lot to it. My good friend Jeff Walker, you may have heard of. He's a New York Times #1 bestseller. He wrote a book called Launch. He has a great training course called Product Launch Formula at productlaunchformula.com. It's the kind of de facto standard in the marketplace for education about how to do a product launch in any business. Just as a side little trivia note, I'm the one that came up with that name, Product Launch Formula. I had encouraged him to actually create training around it because he had helped me with a launch years ago that did so well. And I said, you should really create a course and teach other people how to do some of these techniques that you figured out, because he was only using it in his own business and helping a select few friends with it. And then he ended up building a great business out of Product Launch Formula. And now it's just this great kind of brand in the marketplace. So go to productlaunchformula.com if you want to learn more about what he offers. I don't make any money if you go there, but it's great information. It'll teach you all about the intricacies of running a product launch. But the great thing about product launches, they produce what we call windfall cash. Boom, you can make a whole bunch of money at one shot for your business if you have a successful product launch. So it's really worth doing. Basically, I've talked about it. You coordinate a multi-partner promotion. You get a bunch of people to promote at the same time, creates this huge groundswell and wave of social proof and activity in your business that other people see in the market all at the same time. You got to schedule it in advance. That's how you get partners on board, because people are committing to doing other product launches in any different market. So you need to kind of get them on board in advance. You got to base a launch around a scarcity event. I already mentioned this. It's got to be around something where there's some kind of timeline for it. It doesn't work well if it's just some kind of thing that's always available. So you want to make it scarcity based, because that works for partners as well as customers. You leverage social proof to get your partners excited, of course. You basically leverage what other people are doing, promoting it, and the activity of what people are saying in the marketplace about it and why they're excited about it. That'll help you get more people on board. Do everything for them. You set up the links. You give them swipe. What we call swipe is literally just you write out some subject lines as well as different pieces of body content that they could copy and paste and just send to their list to promote your product. Write it all up for them and do the work for them. Most good affiliates won't just copy and paste, but they'll take the idea of what you wrote for them and kind of put it into their own words. I mentioned this before, run a contest with cash and prizes. It's just another motivator to get people to promote product launches. But product launches are just very powerful, and it's a great way to bring in a huge bump of revenue for your business. Last but not least, you want to do a 7-day pre-launch and with a 7-day card open ideally. So for 7 days, you'll have your affiliates promote a bunch of good pre-launch content. That's kind of a teaser for the product. And then you'll open the cart and you'll take sales for 7 days, and then you'll take it off the market. Let's talk about webinar cash flow. So webinars are all the rage right now on the internet. They've become one of the best ways to sell products and services on the internet. It's one of the hottest ways to generate revenue for your business. Now, it won't work for every business, but most businesses you can do a webinar. And the reason why webinars work so well is because it's a live captive audience that's there listening to content about a market, listening to solutions for problems in a certain market. And they're just hot and active and attentive and listening to the content because it's live, and they buy at high rates. It's very much the same psychology behind being in attendance at a seminar, seeing someone on stage giving a presentation, and being just very in the moment and ready to buy whatever it is that person on stage ends up promoting at the end of their talk. Same thing with webinars and why they work so well. It's someone is captively at an event and in participating, and so you have their full attention typically, and they convert very well. You can convert 10 to 20%, sometimes more, of the people on a webinar into buying whatever is being sold. So you can do like an ongoing circuit of webinar events with partners. Like you'll pick a partner, you'll schedule a webinar, you'll have them promote to their list, hey, join this webinar with such and such expert where we're going to talk about this topic. And then, of course, all these people are going through an affiliate link. They're being cookied. So if they end up going to your site or buying from the URL you give in the webinar or link you share, the partner that promoted the webinar and put people on the webinar, they're going to get a commission. That's why they're doing the webinar with you. So you'll hold the webinar with them. You'll do the live presentation. Then you'll make a bunch of sales. Then you can take the recording of it. That person, the affiliate, can then promote the recording, and they can make more sales. And then you move on to find another partner to schedule a webinar event with, and then another. That's why I call it a circuit. You can just spend all year finding new people to do webinars with. And some people are doing this in their business, and that's how they're generating most of their money. They're not buying traffic. They're not dealing with Google. They're not doing anything but borrowing traffic from others in a market that already have the traffic by hosting webinars and sharing the revenue that comes from the webinar. So essentially, you're going to get your presentation dialed in once you get a webinar presentation that's working well. And once you get it dialed in and it's converting well, then it's just wash, rinse, repeat. All you need is just more partners to do more webinars with you, and you'll just make more and more money. You want to leverage good results to get more partners. Same kind of thing for these other kind of deals. So if you hold a webinar with somebody and they do very, very well, when you go to recruit new people to do a webinar with, you can say, hi, I just did a webinar with such and such in our market. This is the results. Of course, get permission if you're going to quote numbers, but they did really well. They made 10 grand from doing a webinar with me for an hour. Maybe you would like to do one. And it's much easier to recruit people when you can share those good results. That's social proofing it and using the metrics to recruit for you. And then you can actually put a recorded webinar that converts well on autopilot, and you can buy traffic then, send it to the recorded autopilot, and it's positioned in a way where it seems like it's live. It's still an event. You're not misleading people, but it's just pre-recorded. And that webinar is already proven to sell, so it's just they go through it just like they're on the live event. It's just being replayed to them, but the pitch is at the end, everything else, and then people can end up buying. So I recommend two great pieces of software. These are both by my good friend Andy Jenkins. I don't make any money if you run over to the site right now and buy these. Obviously, if I share an affiliate link with you at some point, then I would disclose that. But Webinar Jam is become kind of the kind of standard, the gold standard in internet marketing for doing webinars. You can do all kinds of powerful stuff when you have the offer link show up on the page, and how you can control asking questions from audience members, and just way beyond that. So much you can do with it. And then they also offer an amazing product called EverWebinar, where you can take a webinar recording and put it on autopilot like I described, where you can be doing these webinar events, but they're all pre-recorded and it all just kind of happens automatically. But look into webinars. They're working very, very well right now, and they can be applied to almost any business out there, and you can generate revenue with your business, borrow traffic from partners to put on webinars, or generate your own traffic for webinars and keep all the money. It's up to you. Let's talk about finding other people's affiliates. This was covered a bit in the Spy for Profit course, but I want to show it to you again because we're talking about borrowing people's traffic and recruiting partners. So let me show you something real quick. So there's a very popular affiliate program. It's one of the top ones on ClickBank right now for an info product called the Diabetes Destroyer. And it's a very popular, high converting book on diabetes. So here's an affiliate site someone set up. It's a review. It's one of those negative things where it's like, is it a scam? And it's like, no, it's not a scam. Here, buy from my link. Anyways, it's called the Diabetes Destroyer, this ebook, and it's promoted all over the place. Well, let's say we did something for diabetes, or we had our own ebook on diabetes, and we wanted to recruit people that are already promoting this book because they already have the traffic, they're probably already generating sales, and they're the easiest people to convince. I talked about it before. Don't try to get new affiliates that have never promoted stuff before. Your best bet is to find people already marketing stuff the way that you want to be marketed for your own business. So let's go after the affiliates for one of the competitors if we, in our case, happen to sell a competing diabetes product. So commonly referred to this product, it keeps calling it a 3-step diabetes destroyer. So let's copy this phrase, 3-step diabetes destroyer. We're going to jump over here to Google, and you may already know this trick. I call it a text string trick. We put it within quotes, so it is the exact phrase. We want to see all the web pages indexed in Google that have this exact phrase. If we didn't put quotes, it could be those words in any order on the page. We want the exact phrase. Do a quick search in Google. And that was one of the pages I was already on. But we can see 4,720 results. These are all the affiliates that this person has. So we can easily just go and recruit all these people to promote our diabetes product. So that's very, very powerful. So you just put a string of text within quotes related to something. You'll find the other sites promoting it and using that text string. If you sign up for an affiliate program and you're poking around one of your competitors, look at the swipe copy they give you to use for text ads or posting stuff on social media. So it's text. Find a unique part of that that text itself. Not, commonly used sentences like, hey, you may want to check this out because that's going to apply to other things. Find something that's very specific just to that text, put it in quotes in Google, and you'll find all the pages using it, and you'll find their affiliates. But here's something else we can do is very, very cool. So let's go to images on this product, and we can see these are the kind of ebook covers that are used to promote it. Well, let's say we want to find all the other sites, the other affiliates. This is another way to find someone's affiliates graphically. So let's check out, we'll go click on the first image. We'll click on view image. Then we'll go up the address bar and we'll copy the URL. Then what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to Google Images search. This is images.google.com. We're going to paste in that URL to that ebook image. We're going to click search. It's going to show us images that kind of look like it. We don't want that up here. For matching images, try search by image. That's what we want. And then it comes down. It shows us these matching images, but we want to click this, visually similar images. Visually similar. And now this is going to show us all these different sites that are promoting this affiliate product. So we can get to those sites by simply clicking the image. You can see Fit and Cure. We can visit the page. And presto, this is their affiliate promoting this ebook. So an unlimited number of people we can recruit in this market, in this example for diabetes stuff, that we can try to get to promote our stuff because they already do. You can do this for any affiliate program, any market, any competitor, and find their affiliates and then recruit them for yourself. So good stuff. Let's talk about a few quick tips how you can grow with simple monitoring. By monitoring your market, by paying attention to stuff, you can find new people to recruit to borrow their traffic. So you want to monitor the existing borrowing action in your market. So here's something for you to know. When you got to recruit somebody, you're more likely to recruit someone to let you borrow their traffic if they're already doing deals with other people, if there's somebody in your market that's never promoted another affiliate product or never promoted a product launch for someone else or never done a webinar with someone else, they're going to be very difficult to convince to do it with you because they don't typically do it. And so your education process, tell them why they need to do it and to convince them, is much more of an uphill battle than if you find someone in your market that you just notice that's already doing webinars with other people, or they're promoting a product launch, or they're promoting certain affiliate programs in your market. They already know the deal. They know the business. They know what's up. So they're much easier to get on board. You want to join all the affiliate programs and launches you can in your market. This goes along with our SPY for Profit methodology. This goes along and kind of keeping up with our market discovery and always observing what's happening in our market. But join all those affiliate programs. Get involved in all those launches, and you'll be able to observe what's going on in the marketplace by being involved in those products. Save leaderboards. When people do product launches and they mention a leaderboard to the affiliates, hey, here's who's in first, here's who's in second. Save those emails. They're gold because those are the best performing affiliates in your market. Those are the people you're then going to go and try to get to promote your stuff. So that's just a great reason why to get on every affiliate program and sign up for every product launch you possibly can that's happening in your marketplace to be able to get access to find out who the best people are to borrow traffic from. Use Google Alerts. I've talked about this before, but have it auto-notify you of certain people's names, certain products in your marketplace, certain things that are being promoted, certain webinars, and you'll be notified whenever there's some new action or activity, and that can help you recruit new people. Another reason to opt in to all competitor lists, like I mentioned before, is to see what they're promoting. When they're promoting other people's products and things, then you can find great opportunities to convince them to promote you if you sell a similar product. Keep an eye on affiliate directories. These aren't as valuable as they used to be, but still, a lot of people who have affiliate programs will go and get a listing in an affiliate directory. So if you go to these affiliate directories, just Google affiliate directories. You'll find some of these. Some are outdated, but some are kept up to date. And you'll find in your market, if you type in gardening, you'll find all the affiliate programs or the ones that are in that directory for that. So one, you can find new things to promote immediately to your traffic to make more money. But it's another way to find other types of sellers in your market that you can borrow traffic from. Last but not least, monitor social media for launch promotions. Just like kind of Google Alerts, but you have to do it manually. Keep an eye on social media, look at tags, do searches for things, and just look out, follow all the competitors you can and see what they're pushing on social media and what they're promoting. It's a great way to find new partners that you can recruit to borrow their traffic. Listen closely, listen closely, listen closely. Do you know what I just said 3 times? I said, listen closely. This one lesson can give you a return on investment of 10 to 100 times over what you invested into this course. This is a strategy that I kind of came up with and evolved over years that's I've told people about, helped people with, and it's simple, but it works. So if you do nothing else that you learn in this class, you don't do AdWords, you don't do Facebook marketing, you don't do retargeting, you don't do recycling, you don't do social media, you don't do search engine optimization, content marketing, you don't do any of that. You don't do webinars, you don't do product launches, none of that. If all you did was this one strategy, you could probably build a pretty good business in almost any market. So pay close attention to this one little lesson I call the Geniuses of Strategy. And maybe watch this more than once, because I'm about to tell you a very, very simple formula, a very, very simple model that can get you a lot of traffic for free and can help you make a lot of, not only grow your list, but bring you paying customers and help you grow your business off borrowing other people's traffic. So I know that sounds hypey. I know that's a lot of promise, but it's very valuable, it's very simple, and it works. So let me tell you what the Geniuses of Strategy is. So I just mentioned here's a surefire way to get tons of targeted customers to your website, and it's how it works. You simply invite multiple experts from your market. They can be competitors directly, or it can be people selling other products in the same market. So maybe they don't directly compete with you, okay? What you're going to do is you're simply going to ask them if they can be interviewed, and you can do a written interview where maybe you'll send them questions, 10 questions by email. Hey, when you get a chance, write me your answers to these and that's it. I don't recommend doing written. I recommend recording them audio, like an audio podcast. You're just going to, record a Skype conversation. There's other ways to do an audio conversation, or you can record them video. I think video is more powerful. Do a Skype video conversation, record it, where you're just going to interview them, but write out like 12 questions about your market. Let's say it's about real estate. So tell me how you got started in real estate. Tell me what your first success was. Tell me what your goals are with real estate. What excites you about real estate? If you could give 3 tips to people about how they can make money in real estate, what would those be? If you had to start all over in real estate, what would you do first? Things like that relate to your market. But it could be for anything. It could be for gardening, okay? If someone was going to get started in gardening, what would you tell them they need to buy first as their first tool? Would it be like a tilling tool? Would it be, a hoe? Whatever. And what kind of vegetables do you recommend people start growing first that don't take as much care and effort in order to be successful at? And then what are the ones that you think are the most difficult to grow but are worth it? Again, any market. Let's say you're a weight loss coach. You could interview other people that sell weight loss products or programs or do coaching. You could do something in the market, say for people who suffer from anxiety. You could find other people that sell to that market or kind of deal with psychology. Maybe it's not anxiety, but it's other related kind of mental things or self-help. I'm telling you, if you email me for suggestions, which I don't mind if you do, and no matter what your business is, I can give you examples of how you can use this strategy in your market, because it's almost a foolproof way to interact your market. Now, if you're in a market where there's no competitors, which I don't recommend. I always say competition is not a good thing. It's the greatest thing, because you want competitors online, because then you can leverage their traffic and borrow their traffic, which is what this section's all about. But what you do is you simply, why I call it the geniuses of strategy is you don't necessarily need to name it this. You can name it something similar, but imagine someone approach you with this. Let's say your name is Bob. Hey, Bob. I kind of saw your website. I'm kind of a fan of your writing. I saw your blog. I see you sell some good products. I'm doing something very special in the real estate market. I've created a special interview series. It's called The Geniuses of Real Estate Investing, where I'm kind of handpicking some of what people I think are the best experts for people to learn from about real estate. And I've picked you as one of them, one of the 12 I'm doing for the series. And I'd love to have you involved. Basically, it's simple. We just jump on Skype. I'll interview you for about 30 minutes. I have like 12 questions to ask you, and I can send you those questions in advance. And I just want to, talk to you about your experience with real estate and ask you for a few tips. And I think it would really help a lot of people. And here's how you can benefit from this. Everyone that's going to be a part of the collection of interviews has agreed that they'll link to it on their blog and at least mail it to like their list of customers just to promote this great piece of content, which just gives each expert great credibility. But the other thing it does is after your interview, I'll give you a chance to promote your website and to promote your products. And so it's a great way for you to get new customers and get new traffic, as well as give you great social proof in the market by being in the Geniuses of Real Estate Investing interview collection. Again, who's going to get an email that asks someone to be in the Geniuses of blank series? But it could be anything. It could be called, Masters of Gardening. I'm doing an interview series called The Masters of Gardening. I've taken 12 people I've found online after looking at hundreds of people. 12 people I think are some of the most impressive. And I believe you're one of those, and we'd really love to have you in this collection. We've got some other great people involved. And here's where you can put in some social proof once you get other people on board. But first of all, here's why it's easy to get people on board. Who doesn't want free traffic, first of all? Okay? Because that's what they're going to get from this. Second of all, who doesn't want the notoriety of being respected as an expert in their market, to be included in such a thing with other experts? It's great for their business. It's free publicity. You'll very rarely have people turn you down if you approach this correctly and do it professionally. And by the way, one of the other things that you can do is, of course, include yourself as one of the geniuses of, or one of the masters of, which even if you're entering a market where you don't have a lot of credibility, you can borrow the credibility from all these other experts by making yourself one of the experts. So it's a great way for you to jump if you want to be a best-selling author, or you just want to, grow your business as an expert in the market. It's a great way for you to piggyback on other experts. You can ask a friend or someone else to interview you for your interview rather than you interviewing yourself, or you could interview yourself technically. You could do it any number of ways. So what you do is, after you do all the interviews and you get them all together, then you basically, and I would announce in advance, maybe give a couple weeks advance or 3 weeks advance, you email all the participants and you say, this collection of interviews is phenomenal. You give them a preview of it. You say, here's where you can download and watch it. You'll probably learn a lot from the other experts as well and get a lot out of them. I know I did. And you just say, hey, coming up on July 15th, I'm going to release this to the public, and really need everyone, to kind of make a blog post about it, as well as, everyone's going to just send an email to the list telling about it. It's completely free. Your people can come download it. Your list will appreciate you telling other people about it. It's great content, because people are always looking for great content for their list. And so it's a coordinated, mini pre-launch. Nothing's really being sold. It's just everyone's getting behind promoting the thing that they're a part of. It's like, imagine if you were interviewed on TV. You would tell all your friends and family, hey, 5 o'clock tonight, I'm on CNN. They called me and they asked me about the car accident I witnessed, or about the sale I took advantage of, or how I won the lottery, whatever it is. People actively promote something that they're a part of. Hey, there's a book coming out that they talked about me and put a chapter about me in it. You should check it out. So people that are involved in this project that you got them involved with will promote it. And they're usually happy to promote it, and they're proud to promote it. And it's really it's a reciprocity thing, because if all these other people are going to promote it, or they're being told that they should promote it, it takes a pretty lame-o person to be like, I'm not going to promote it. I'm going to let all these other experts promote it and drive a bunch of people to download and watch my interview, which is going to send traffic to my site because I plug my site in it. And by the way, you can do like a companion PDF with bios of everybody and links to their site and little blurbs for their products. So not only can you give each person in it plugs for their products, where they can talk about their products a little bit, and then tell them, hey, well, Bob, thanks so much for this interview. Where can people learn more about what you sell, and what course do you what do you have that you think these listeners can really benefit from? They go, well, I do a course on how to flip houses. It's called the Flipping Academy, and we're doing a new course coming up. They should get in the live class. So let them do a little pitch. So they know people are going to be going to the website. You can do this companion PDF that goes along with the recordings. That's you can actually give links to all the resources that people mention in their interviews. So it's not just links to their sites and products for sale. Make it an actual resource bonus that's free, that comes with the interviews, the recordings, that will kind of a Cliff Notes version of all the interviews. It'll link to anything. And you'll want to ask, by the way, I meant to throw this out there. You'll want to ask each person if they could mention 3 of their favorite resources online related to real estate, tools or research sites, or favorite things they like to look up in Google to keep track of their market, whatever they recommend. And then you have those legitimate resources to link to in this bonus guide. And then you can tell the people, when you're trying to recruit them to get them into the interview series, you can say, you're going to get to promote your stuff at your interview, but we also give away a companion resources guide, which will have links to all your products, to your opt-in newsletter, wherever you want to send traffic. We'll have them in the PDF, and not an affiliate link or anything. You get 100% of the sales that are generated from all the traffic that go to your site from the resources thing or from your interview. Anyways, this is a no-brainer strategy, folks. You can do this in any market. You can do it to piggyback on other people's credibility to make you more of an expert in your market. You can do it for free traffic. You can do it to build your list. You can do it to get customers in your market. And you can do this again and again and again. Because imagine this. You can do Genius of Real Estate Investing. And I laugh calling it, I came up with this, I laugh calling it Geniuses of, because I think if you called anyone a genius, they wouldn't want to turn it down. Like even if it was like I'm doing an interview series like the geniuses of surfing. Who doesn't want to be one of the geniuses, But you could be creative because if, people listen to this and everyone starts doing geniuses of, you could do something else. But in different markets, where it's not being done, you may want to Google geniuses of to make sure it hasn't been done in your market. But you can name it anything, masters of, top experts in, or the top experts of whatever, or, just any kind of creative name that refers to someone very talented. The most talented people in the gardening world. It could be, so you could name anything you want. Anyway, so you could do 12 interviews, let's say. Let's stick to the real estate example. So you do Geniuses of Real Estate Investing. But you can do Geniuses of Real Estate Investing Volume 1. So you could do 12 interviews, and it could be the first volume. So then you could come out with later Geniuses of Real Estate Investing Volume 2. And when you recruit people, you can say, we previously did this with Geniuses of Investing Volume 1. You can go here to check it out and see how it turned out. It was amazing. All those people promoted it. Everyone got new traffic to their site, and hopefully a bunch of customers from it. Would you like to be included in Volume 2 since we didn't know about you for Volume 1? So you can do Volume 2 and get 12 new people or 10 new people or 7 new people, whatever number you want to use. Then you could do Volume 3. You could do Volume 4. You could do Volume 5. You could just keep doing different volumes, or you could do different spins on it. You could do the Masters of House Flipping, and it could be all house flipping experts. You could do Masters in Foreclosures. So you can do segments of your market. It doesn't just have to be all of the general topic. Masters of CrossFit, Masters of Vegan Cooking, Masters of Juicing, Masters of Weightlifting, Masters of Cardio, Masters of, short duration workouts, all different ways to spin it in any market. Masters of LinkedIn, Masters of Social Media, Masters of SEO. So again, it doesn't matter what market you're in, you can find experts that would love to be a part of it to get traffic and then would promote it after it's out. Again, some people have done this and made paid products, by the way, where they do the Geniuses Real Estate Investing and they make it a paid product. But I recommend just doing this for free because there's less resistance to it and it reaches more people by being a free thing. Even if you get the other people involved on board knowing it's a paid product, and let's say you promise all the experts a commission if they promote it, they're going to be less likely to promote it because their customers can't just go get it for free. That's what really helps them promote it. Is it's a benefit to their list just to tell people about it. It increases their credibility, but it's a free thing and it has value and they're a part of it, which, anytime, by the way, when someone promotes something to their list, if they're a part of something, it's so much more powerful because there's an existing relationship with the list and that person, right? That expert. If Tony Robbins said, hey, go check out this other self-help guy, he did a great interview, check it out, people would go because they trust Tony's recommendation. But if Tony says, I want you to go download this thing and watch it because I was interviewed with it, along with other experts you'll learn a lot from on this topic, but I was a part of it. I want you to go see my part. Because of the existing relationship, they're very likely to go get it, and that's why this strategy works so well. So if you don't do anything else in this course, if you take away nothing from all the content you're learning in this course, if you just incorporate this strategy in your marketplace, I believe you could be very successful in driving a lot of traffic, building a big list, and hopefully making a lot of sales and revenue from customers in your market. And you can leverage this so many different ways into webinar series and product launches and other products, and giving this recording collection away as a bonus with things that you sell later. There's just, and you use an agreement and you own the content, and you can do it a number of different ways, by the way. After it's all promoted as a public release, and you can promise the people involved with it that they're going to get rights to it, to give it away anyway or use it any way they want to in their business. You got to be careful with that, because if they know they're going to get it to give it away on their own, they may not promote your core site that you create for it. And by the way, if you do this strategy, you want to get a domain name for it, so it's like geniusesofrealestateinvesting.com, or it may be kind of a long name, but that's okay. mastersofgardening.com or whatever the series is called. you have to do it professionally. Before you go recruiting people, set up the website. Set up, like a coming soon thing. Hear from the best. Have it consumer facing, where it's not so much the website is for the experts to convince them, but have it consumer facing, where it's like coming soon, the greatest collection of interviews ever done on the subject of, and then whatever the topic is, and have like a notification list and a form where it's like, be one of the first people to be notified when this collection is released. It's free. You're not going to want to miss these amazing, insightful interviews on juicing or on advanced gardening or on whatever the topic is. And then when you approach people to be in the series, you can say, yeah, you can see this is where it's going to be promoted at this website. This is where people are already signing up for it and finding out about it. This is where we'll release it. You'll be able to get traffic. And then when it gets released, that's the site they're going to promote and send people to. And by the way, you can do a forced opt-in to make people opt in to get access to the collection. So you're building a list eventually for free. Fine line there, because I would suggest not doing forced opt-in, but in the collection, in the collection itself and in the resources PDF, you can put whatever you want because you own this thing. So you could put a blurb in there for like your newsletter, or to be notified of volume 2 if you do volume 2 or volume 3. So you can do forced opt-in to get it, to download it, or you can, do it not, where it's just open where they can get it. It's worth testing both ways. I don't think it'll hurt you too bad if you do opt-in. I have seen it done both ways. I've done it in different ways with the projects I've worked with the concept on. It just depends on the market. But anyways, this is a killer strategy to generate new traffic, new credibility, and more of a following in your business if you're in any kind of an expert role in your business, which I know a lot of my students are. So don't overlook this one strategy. I would watch this lesson more than once. I would take some notes on what I just described. I'd put it on the wall and say, I'm going to do this. And know this is a strategy you can do essentially for free. $10 for a domain name and a little bit of work to set up the site. By the way, if you do this, do it right, and you'll have more success. Register the domain name, pay a little bit of money, a few $100, or if you already have a designer, you don't need to. Have a cool logo made, like, the Masters of Gardening. Have a really professional little logo. And then, and by the way, get people's photos, like bio photos. So when you promote the thing for the release, here are the expert, the Masters of Gardening, and you have everyone's little photo on the page, and each person will give these photos to you, and they'll even give you a short bio about them to put on the page. And even on the page, you can put links to their website right there. But then when it's released, they'll be promoting that page. It just looks good, man. It's good social proof. I didn't mean to call you a man if you're a woman. I'm just a figure of speech, but it looks good for them, and it's something they want to promote. It's professional. It makes them, have a higher standing in the marketplace. Anyways, I've talked enough. I call it the geniuses of strategy. If you're an expert in your business, kind of you're the kind of teacher, a mentor, guru, coach, whatever it is, you're crazy not to do something like this.